So I am in Ontario and Frankfurt, and you see they have street sweepers going down the street. I live in Bridesburg, which is about 2 neighborhoods away from Kensington. Would you get out of the stuff? I can't go if you're blowing dirt. No, I can't go. You're in the middle of the street, you dummy. Jesus fucking Christ. Don't you hate when people wave at you when it's not proper for them to wave? Like, he was totally in the wrong and he was waving at me. So, but they were actually cleaning up the streets and are going around. And if you look, they have grass growing out of the pavement, rid of the grass, and cleaning up the trash with street sweepers. So that's something, it's nice to see. It's nice to see things in action. So this is Kensington and Ontario. That's the old Diamond Furniture. Used to be a furniture store. Now like apartments and like a hoity-toity coffee shop. I'll go in there one day. I'm not a hoity-toity coffee guy. They have these barriers up in front of Kellis's Diner. And that, oh wow, ooh, I just saw a business person kicked out somebody who was nodding out in front of their store. He just opened his door and said, keep moving. But yeah, you see they have barricades all along this strip. I'll tell you the truth, I haven't felt safe enough to ride my scooter down this street in about a year. I don't know if I feel safe today. Yeah, but all these stores have these barriers up. I actually might feel safe enough to ride the scooter today. But once you get to the other side of Clearfield Street, there are no more of those barricades. This is either Jasper or Emerald Street. And right up there is Lehigh Avenue. Kensington Ave is about 5 blocks in that direction. Under this tunnel, which I think they seriously, I think I was here 2 weeks ago, and they were cleaning under here, and this is what it looks like already. Hashtag piss, just so you know, every time I say hashtag and piss, or hashtag and anything, that's what I smell. Yeah, it's not really, I don't know if this is encampment or if it's littering, but there is another street sweeper down here. All this graffiti is on top of a mural that was just painted. When was that painted? Was that? Oh, I don't see it. I don't see anybody down there except the street sweeper. So anyway, yeah, they painted this mural like a year or 2 ago. It's already covered in graffiti. Usually when they paint murals, they put like a coating on it so you can just wipe off the graffiti. I don't know if they did that to here. Growing up, I went to school in Kensington from 5th grade to 8th grade. And Kensington had stores. They started like comic book stores, record stores, furniture stores. There was Hoffman Flowers, Levitt's Furniture. There was Dennery Sporting Goods. It was pretty thriving. It wasn't bad. There was a Dunkin' Donuts, tons of banks, Burger King, McDonald's. Kensington was doing all right. But anyway, as a kid, I never felt uncomfortable or scared on Kensington Ave. It felt rather safe. They even put up Christmas decorations underneath the L at Christmas time. Not here, down at Kensington and Allegheny. So to think that 30 years ago, I always compare it to Back to the Future 2, where Biff becomes mayor and everything goes to shit. Well, that's exactly what happened to Kensington. I don't know, but Biff was Jim Kenney. What a horrible pile of shit he was, right? Let's not ever forget the name of Jim Kenney and what he did to this neighborhood. But it's been on the decline for a while. He just let it go crazy. I could tell you the story of Kensington and the homelessness issue and how it kind of expanded. Up here in this railroad trestle, not the blue railroad trestle, but the one I'm going to be driving under, there was a large homeless community living on those railroad tracks. And then Dr. Oz did a TV show about the addicted drug addicts living on the railroad tracks. So the city said to the owner of the railroad tracks, I think it was Conrail, hey, dickhead, you guys got to clean up your act. You got to get rid of the people living on your railroad. And they said, okay. And guess what? They all moved to this section right here. This is Kensington and Somerset. And for a long time, a lot of the drug activity and craziness was kind of contained to this area. And then it slowly started spreading down the street. And people started, like, there was always a few people camping in the park, but you never saw tents. And then you started seeing tents. And not just one tent, multiple tents. And they would be on the corners here. And then there was always something going on here at Kensington and Cambria. Oh, there's a cop there now. Okay. So it just spreads. And one of the conspiracy theories that you hear about Kensington is that the city kind of lets Kensington be lawless so they know where all the bullshit's happening so they can keep it contained. But the thing is, it's not really contained because you have people everywhere. Like in Port Richmond and in Bridesburg, you have homeless people. Some of them are drug addicts. Some of them are, I mean, I don't know how many of them are down on their luck, but a lot of them are drug addicts. And so it's not just in the Kensington area. So what they did yesterday, in my opinion, is they banned tents from this 4-block area where they used to have tents. So from this street here, Orleans Street, and this is McPherson Square, from here down that Kensington and Allegheny, if you set up a tent, the city or whoever, anybody, like a cop could come up to you now and say, hey, camp's closed, get the get. And before that, they have this new law. Before that new law was enforced, which started yesterday, there was like legal matters. Like you had to wait 72 hours, and there were advocates saying, listen, you can't kick them out. They have nowhere to go. And it was kind of like having a like squatter rights, something like that. This is Kensington and Clearfield. Forever, for the longest time, there was people camped here on the side of the Kensington supermarket. Yeah, all on the side there. Right here across the street at that cash checking place, which is only 2 blocks away from a grade school. Always people camped out, or not even camped out, more passed out. There were so many tents on this street, especially on this side of Kensington Ave. There were so many people using tents. Like I said, I felt unsafe coming down here, just because, you know, you don't want to walk through a cloud of smoke. You don't know if you know, the scooter gets flat. Sometimes there's drug dealers around here. There could be a stray bullet. There was a shooting. I missed by like 5 minutes coming down here. Wow. This is Jasper Street. You got bike cops. You do see bike cops a lot in Kensington, but you got 2 bike cops going down Jasper and Allegheny. This guy's awesome. This guy goes around the neighborhood cutting people's hair. There's a few guys that do that go around the neighborhood. You know, one of the things about this neighborhood is, you know, it's a shame all the negative stuff gets the attention, because there's a lot of beautiful things happening, like that guy helping people cutting hair. You see so many people, charities and organizations feeding people, giving people clothing. You know, there is a lot of good that happens down here. All Alright, so this is McPherson Square, and a few years ago there was nothing but tents set up, especially around this side in this little area right here. And you still got a few people shooting up and doing drugs, but there's no tents. The same thing with this corner. There was always tents set up. So some businesses, what they'll do, if they're doing construction, they'll set up a fence around the door, and that just makes sure nobody can set up a fence while they're working on that job site. Yeah, that whole area. There's always something going on here. The cop rode his bike down the steps. Look at this guy. Stunts. I'm sorry, I was watching stunts. I think it was a Walgreens drugstore. And there's usually tents set up back here. Looks like they have a security guard sitting behind this parking lot. Now this guy here, this guy had this car shop. It was, I don't know, he's been there for years. Every day he would come out and sweep. And sweep every day. If he wasn't working on the car, that guy was out front sweeping. And he closed recently. And ever since he's closed, there's always trash around the shop. There's some more cops on bikes. There they go. There we go. That's good. They're working on the neighborhood, I think. I don't know. You can see on the side of that business, you see that people would set up campfires next to stores. And some of these stores, I think that convenience store, that might still be open. So this is what they cleaned up, and if you go one block over, there's some more hospitals, but yeah, there's a bunch of people. There's some more people. So it just, oh, all down that little side street there's people. No tents. It's just, I think that's what the press conference should have been yesterday. They got 36 people off the streets who are getting recovery. That's a great thing. That's fantastic. But now, instead of camping out in front of... right. Here we are, Kensington and Clearfield. Notice. 3100. You're not authorized to storage a shelter. And this was posted April 1st, and the cleanup happened April 8th. Like I said, I haven't walked down here in about a year because there's just a lot of bullshit going on down here. Is that a dentist? There was always a joke growing up in Kensington. Who is the busiest person? Who is the busiest person in Kensington? The Tooth Fairy. This is the old Kurski's, which I believe used to be the old Woolworth. And now it looks like it was a dollar store, and they're doing some renovations inside here. Like I said, you go up and down the street, all the businesses have these barricades, and if you set up a tent in this area, anybody who works for the city could tell you to set up and to get going. Al's Toggery Shop, is that what that says? Look at that old neon sign. Shout out to my friend Adam the Woo. He would love this. Over there is Father and Son, which used to be the name of the pizza shop down the street. Where they're taking down the sign. It's called Kensington Pizza Restaurant. And used to be called Father and Son Pizza. Big slices of pizza. They were pretty good, too. Just doing... Right here, this is the Rainbow Shop. It's in millions and millions of YouTube videos. There was always people camped out in front of the Rainbow Shop. Yeah, the street is pretty clean, right? You can't deny that. And they're going to have, well, I mean, there's litter. It's been 24 hours, but it's not going to be perfect. No, what happened to all the pawn shops? There's a pawn shop. And there's one pawn shop across the street. Used to be a lot of pawn shops down here. Kellis's Bar. And there's a YouTube channel where they set up a live stream. And it's set up in the building across the street. And you can see this in the background. And there was always a tent. For the last few months, there was always a tent or some type of structure in this area. I mean, I'm still seeing people dealing drugs. I was told, look at this floor. Isn't that floor awesome? They got drums. They got music equipment. They also buy gold. Please excuse me while I have a seizure. What a dick. Oh, I hate it. If you can't afford a car, I don't want to hear the music you like. What do you think of that? There you go. Get hashtag swag at this thrift store. I love that old neon. That father and son. Hoffman Flowers. Wasn't that around? I think that was across the street. Uh-oh. Yeah, I love this store. Look how cool this store is. I haven't really had a chance in a long time to walk down here and admire the architecture of Kensington Ave. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever done this. That's because there's, you know, dozens of cops out here. Check out this building. Ain't that cool? There's a SS Plus Variety. They spent a lot of time thinking of a name of their business, huh? Just go with SS? Yeah, really. Google the initials before you name your store, right? All right, wasn't that the name of the bad Nazis? I think so. Well, I mean, they're all as opposed to the, oh, be quiet. They're all bad. All right, so I get it. You can't loiter on Kensington Ave. You could definitely loiter on this street, though. You can definitely loiter on this street. There's a lot of people loitering on this street and doing other things. It doesn't look like drug dealing. Like I said, I was told by cops yesterday that they're not really going to pursue the drug dealers. Oh, another thing the city won't answer, which I kind of find odd, is people want to know if a person who's homeless in Kensington and addicted to drugs, if they seek recovery, right? What's the plan? Where do they go? What's the name of the facility? And for some reason, I saw, I think, 1 or 2 news stories. They won't answer that, and that's just something's. I really think politicians are stupid, and they just I don't know. Why just answer that question and it won't be a news story? But now that you won't answer that question, has me wondering. I'm sure there's other people wondering. I can't be the only one going, well, why won't you answer that question? And I also think that it's going to take. This is not going to be an overnight project. This is going to be a step-by-step, many months, possibly years. And the first step was to claim back 2 blocks of Kensington Ave. And by claim back, meaning you can't encamp there. But that's really it. You just can't encamp there. And then I think what they're going to do is go down I think Kensington and Somerset might be next up to Kensington and Lehigh. But I don't know if this is going to work. But the mayor said that there's going to be more money coming to Kensington. I think she wants to put like $100 million of her budget. Oh, there you go. Excuse me. There you go. She wants to put $100 million of a budget in the Kensington Ave and the revitalization of the neighborhood. There's Willard School. So, I don't know. I don't know why the last mayor did what he did. Oh, look at this guy. This guy, he doesn't want there's an issue that people will just break into your car. It happens in my neighborhood. It's not just a Kensington thing, but this guy has a sign. Nothing of value inside this vehicle. Move along. And this is the city's cracking down on this too. You get a parking ticket if you park on the pavement. Or, I think, you know what it is? It's street cleaning day. And you have to be off the street at certain times. So I better get the hell out of here. Well, listen, thanks for watching. You know, the street's still clean. I think that was the job. I don't think the job was eliminating the entire drug issue in a few hours. I think that was but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It doesn't. I mean, I did get to ride down Kensington Ave on my scooter in flip-flops, right? So that's a success, but I've done that before. Look at these cats. Hello, cats. I've done that before because I have poor judgment. This is it. The Rusty Nail. Used to be a name of a bar that was right here. The Rusty Nail. And then this is a corner store. And down there is my grade school. And over there, that's the annex of my grade school. And these people are passed out in front of Rocky Balboa's house from the movie Rocky 6. Doodles!